Myself, Sharath Muthyala. I am the Associate Faculty Member at National Institute for MSME. We usually teach innovation, startups, digital branding, startup ecosystem and all to the students and these officers. But as you are all students, just please let me know saying yes or no. So, are you all so confident that you are going to be placed as soon as you completed your course? How many of you say yes? Just raise your hands. How many of you are so confident that you are going to get placed immediately after your course? How many of you are so confident? Just raise your hands.
మీ కోర్స్ ఫినిష్ అయిన వెంటనే ఎంతమందికి కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉంది కి ప్లేస్మెంట్స్లో మీరంతా ప్లేస్ అవుతారని? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of them.
Okay, this is still, ma'am, they are simply copy pasting here also. They are following their friends. See here, why I have asked this question is, as sir rightly mentioned, universities and the government has introduced the choice-based credit system in the education system, where we can select some of the subjects of our interest and can excel in that. But why we have to learn some skill? It may be vocational skill or any kind of skill, or it may be the entrepreneurship. Why we have to learn something? Here, you may become an employer or an employee at the end, at any point of your time. Remember one thing, your skills has to be applied somewhere to see the result and the value. If your skills are not in a position to give the value to the society or in any organization, remember my dear friends, you are not going to be valued at any point of time. This new education policy 2020 is setting up a standard to all the schools. Like there we see some of the private institutions and some of the government institutions are follow the state syllabus or the CBSE syllabus, and as per their expertise and their location of their position of the schools and all, they are improvising their infrastructure and the teaching methodology and all. But when we set a standard for entire country, just think how the standards are going to be improved. And similarly, and sticking to my own subject is entrepreneurship innovation. Our India is having a huge potential with respect to the creativity. We have the huge potential and the funds available from the government of both states as well as the central under many incubation centers through the various schemes. But do you know, many of the people who have the idea are not in a position to apply it, or those people who are applying it, they cannot even sustain for it. Those who are sustaining, they cannot even to scale it. So there are many lacunas in the education system from the root level. And if you see, the Ministry of Human Resource and MHRD has been converted to Ministry of Education. And as soon as they have converted, the Ministry of Education has organized many hackathons with respect to the games. You have to create a game. Remember, it's a small thing. We all love playing games. Yes or no? Yes or no? I think you are sleeping. Yes or no? Yes for sleeping. Yeah, okay. So, hope you are not sleeping. So, we all love games. We all love games. If the game you play, if you are trying to earn something with your passion, that is your life. And Government of India has created a hackathon where you have to build an idea or a game in such a way that it has to showcase the legacy of the India. That is where government is rewarding you for some certain awards and helping you to start your own enterprise. Isn't it wonderful? Yes or no? Yes, but there is a lacuna in understanding the ecosystem of the startups, and we need to have some certain traits in entrepreneurship from the childhood itself. We should have the leadership skills, we should have observation skills, we should listen more, talk less. So we all listen all these things. But end of the day, any skill, I'm telling again and again, any skill that should be applied to create some certain value in the society for you, your community or the nation or even the world. The startups what you are seeing now, it may be the Alibaba, the Paytm or Swiggy or Zomato, anything, they are revolutionizing the way the commerce industry is working. You may be facing some certain problems in your household activities. And this is the time you have to change your mindsets and how you can take the benefit of the government schemes and how you can actually take your idea into society and generate some value. And we will be more emphasizing on this particular session, and I am so happy to be the part of this panel session and the wonderful panelists, so sharing a wonderful value. So definitely you have to cultivate your mindset, nothing else. The policies will come and go, and ultimately if you are not in a position to adopt something, observe something, create something, and sometimes you should be in a position to convince your parents also, because that is the biggest challenge. You have to find the innovative strategies to convince your parents first of all. So this is how we have to work, and more we can discuss at the point of Q&As. Definitely I'm happy to interact with you in all these startup things and all. So thank you, sir.